Hey everybody, I hope you're having a good day. I got a new floor plan for you today. It's the Flagstaff 21 FBRS. This is a fantastic floor plan for two. It's not super big, but it's also not super small. So we're gonna dive into this. I'm gonna do the specs like I always do first, and then we'll go into the inside. Let's do it. Okay, so the length on this 21 FBRS is 22 feet 4 inches total. Your dry weight is 4,493 pounds. Your cargo weight is up to 1,344 pounds, which brings your loaded weight to 5,837 pounds. Your fresh water is 54 gallons, your gray water is 30 gallons, and your exterior height, including the AC, is 10 feet 3 inches. The width is 8 feet, and your awning size is 14 feet. So there's your basic specs. Let's jump on to the inside. All right, so we'll do the outside. I like to do the inside first for you guys because I know you guys want to see that first. So as you walk in, you got your control panel with all of your lights, your awning, your slide, things like that. It doesn't have a massive slide. It's just big enough to give you enough room to walk by each other. So this does have the tank heaters right here. I always like to explain this, so this is super important. This trailer can handle cold temperatures, or if you're driving through a cold state, you just basically push this button and the tank heaters will automatically go on at freezing temps and off at freezing temps. So you never need to worry about your tanks freezing or anything like that. You can drive with them fully loaded with water. Whereas if you don't have this method of tank heaters, you have ducted heating, which means you have to keep your heater running the entire time that you're driving down the road or you're out hiking or something. You got to keep your heater running so your tanks don't freeze. So that's just going to waste a lot of propane. This is a lot better. You just turn this on and it'll actually work off of the battery. So much better method. It has solar on the roof already, so it'll constantly keep your batteries recharged. My gimbal's a little crooked right now, so let me do that real quick and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So yeah, that is your control panel. You got your solar controller up here because it does have the solar panel on the roof already, and it has the inverter. So here is the doorway. You got a nice screen right here. You can let the light in, the air, get some fresh air if you turn on the max air vent that it comes with. So really nice. You got the window right here with the curtain, and if you notice, this curtain actually goes up, and the reason for that is privacy. So if you want this open and you don't want people seeing in, it's better to pull it up than down. If it's down, you have a crack like this, you got a creep looking in or something. This way you could pull it up, a little more privacy. As you go on over here, you got a nice fridge. I love how they do the wood accent to kind of blend it in. It looks fantastic. Nice freezer, fridge, little storage right here. That's a perfect cabinet for snacks and stuff like that. All of the cabinetry is real wood. It's not pressed particle board or paper wrapped cabinetry. It's all real wood. Good quality. I always tell people, when you look around, listen to the sound of when you open it and make sure it doesn't go boing. The longer it is, chances are it's going to make that noise, but on a Flagstaff, that's solid. So yeah, there's your kind of your first entryway right here, your fridge. We'll go into the bathroom. Actually, no, we'll do the kitchen area real quick since we're talking about the fridge. To the right, when you walk in, you got a nice microwave. Sometimes they provide the convection oven, but on this one you get the oven, so really nice. You got an oven. You could definitely fit a pizza in there. You got the fancy dandy lights. It does have the igniter, so you don't need to light it with a lighter. You got the nice hood right here, light and fan. And look at this sink. Massive sink. I say this every time. You guys are probably sick of hearing it. You could fit a plate in this, probably 2 plates. Look at that. So really good sized sink. You can actually do your dishes in here. When you look around really focus on the sink, because I promise when you're out cooking with the family and dinner is done and whoever's doing the dishes, it's gonna suck because you can't fit anything in it and you have all your dirty dishes right here, and it's just annoying. So if keep a sink in mind when you're looking around. It has this nice little like grate so you can wash vegetables off, fruit, or just some extra prep space. And then this is just a nice little image here that shows it has the 1800 watt inverter with inverter outlets, which means that some of the plugs will work without being plugged in. 15,000 BTU AC. And then those are kind of the main things. 200 watt solar. So I'll go into the other stuff on that, but I'd rather show you. So if you look up here, you got some more cabinets. Really nice. And then look down here. Perfect little cooking area slash kitchen area, prep space, all that. You got a sponge holder. Big drawer right here. And then you got another one. See how nice the cabinetry is in these? It's not a cheap trailer by any means. And the price point is still reasonable. And then you got some right here. And if you notice, these are all solid countertops, Corian countertops, and there's no T-molding. So when you look around, look for that, because what happens is water will come down, and then underneath there's like that wood material. I don't know what it is, but basically it'll start getting wet underneath, and then this will start bubbling and deforming, and it just looks awful. With this, it's all solid, rounded off. You don't need to worry if things get wet. And if you have a sink right there, chances are it's gonna get wet. And then you got this nice extension right here just for some added counter space. So really nice kitchen area. Perfect for cooking, dishes, prep space. Got plenty of room to make a sandwich. And speaking on that, I love where the fridge is in this unit. It's right at the door. So if you stop off the freeway and you do want a sandwich or a snack, easy access. You got plenty of prep space. You don't need to put a big slide out to get to anything. Just really, really easy to use. Let's check out the bathroom. And you guys already know, it's a Flagstaff. Of course it's got a porcelain throne. Good quality. You got some nice accented lightings underneath the cabinet right here. We'll step back so you could see that. Nice rounded enclosure, glass enclosure. Gives you more space when it's rounded. Let's check this out. There's your plumbing, a little storage, easy to get to if you have to fix anything. Nice medicine cabinet. Got your towel holder. This is a really nice towel cabinet. Yeah, you could fit plenty. They're not super deep, but plenty of room. I mean, this is a coach for 2 people. You can sleep 3, but mainly this is for 2. Let me see if I could open this. These magnets can be kind of strong. There we go. So good size shower. And this does have the shower miser. I've explained it before, but I'll explain it again. What that is for dry camping. So when you go to take a shower, first thing you do is you turn it on, you stick your hand out, and you're waiting for that perfect temperature for you. And when you're doing that and you're dry camping, you're not hooked up to shore utilities, meaning that all of your water that you're just letting go just right into the gray tank, just wasted, all of it gone. In this type of tool, you flip this switch on and off, and so you'll circulate the water through the lines. This will change the color so you know. Then it's hot, and then you flip it back over and it'll spit the water out, conserving water for you when you're dry camping. How cool is that? So water goes quick on these. Just a nice added feature to keep you out longer for all my dry campers out there that don't want to stay at a KOA or campground. All right, so yeah, there's your bathroom. Good size, plenty of space. And then we'll go to the couch area. Let me give you a pan of this real quick. Really nice, tons of lighting. So this couch is nice because it'll actually turn into a bed. This will fold flat like a futon. You just have to take this bar out right here. Really nice. I love how they're doing these tables now instead of just the small little trays on the end. They were kind of small and useless. But this kind of comes out and you got a nice little area to relax, play board game, cards, drink your morning coffee, and then if you don't want it, you could take it off. You have cup holders on either end, and then you have this middle one right here. So tons of areas to hold your drinks, place to relax. You can also buy some more TV trays. That's what people do just to have some extra table area. So yeah, and then you got the nice black inserted glass on the cabinets. Just looks really nice. Good storage. Just little things you don't notice, like hidden hinges, wood cabinetry, things that you're not noticing when you're out looking, and then when you do notice, you're out using it, and yeah, you're not happy because of the quality. So good seating area. You've got some lights for reading. Blackout shade. I'll go into the construction of this kind of towards after we're done doing like the cabinets and stuff, and it's important for you to listen to this because these little things that they're doing that you can't see are very important in purchasing, because if it looks cheap on the outside, imagine how it's built on the inside. So there's things that Flagstaff does that other companies don't do. So right off the bat, you got a full queen. It's not 6 inches shorter. If you look around, a lot of times the queen will be an RV queen and it's 6 inches shorter. So it does have the normal size queen if you'd like to change out the mattress for a better one. You got some nice hanging cabinets right here. They're the same on both sides, so I'll save some time, but that one looks like this one. Cabinets up here all the way across. Long cabinet. And then you got, if you come down here, you actually have USB ports right here and USB-C for the new iPhones. You know how they change them every year, pretty annoying. So they're adding that now, which is nice. So you could charge your phone off the battery with that. Nice solid shelving right there. I love the windshield. The windshield is the best because it just lets in a lot of light. And you know, when you wake up, open all the windows, feels nice and airy, just makes the area feel a lot bigger. That window is a windshield. I've explained this before too on a Flagstaff. They do make aftermarket covers for them that stick on the outside magnetically. So don't let that deter you from getting the windshield. I would want it. You're gonna want it. It's awesome. Just don't panic about it cracking or anything when you go look around. This is the griddle, which hooks on outside. I'll show you where that is whenever we're done with the inside. Little drawer right here. Okay, so when I lift this, I want you to know that not every company does this. Like 90% of, not very many companies do this. So when you lift this, look at that nice storage. Yeah, that's cool, right? Great storage. But one little thing that people pass up when they're looking around is, do you see one thing that is different? And I'll show you. This is all aluminum framed. Your cabinetry right here. All of this is aluminum framed. I want you to go look around at other companies and you'll see it's not wood framed. And they'll still advertise and market that it's aluminum framed trailer. So you got to be careful with those little marketing stickers you see on the outside of the trailers. If it just says aluminum framed, yeah, it has some aluminum, but it's probably just the sidewalls and everything else is wood. So even if they say it's an aluminum cage, chances are they're still not aluminum framing the stuff you're sitting on, sleeping on, standing on, like things like that. Flagstaff goes so much further to aluminum frame everything that you're going to stand on, sit on, sleep on, all that stuff. Your dinettes are aluminum framed. even your feet are right here if you think about it. Your feet aren't heavy, but they go a step further to aluminum frame it just to do it. They know that there's not going to be a ton of weight on the edge, but you know, you might have someone sit on the edge of your bed, and then what happens? It cracks, and then your trip is ruined because your bed is sagging because it's wood framed. So just keep an eye out on those things. Flagstaff always goes a step further than the competition. You got drawers all the way across. And then I'll turn you right here. All your ducting is in the sides, so you don't need to worry about rocks falling into the floor ones and making noise in the middle of the night. A lot of nice windows. They are coming with smart TVs now. And these are 12 volts, so you can use them without being plugged into a generator. These windows are really nice. So these windows actually open differently than others. So they open like this. That way, if you leave one open when you're out hiking or something and it rains, you don't need to worry about water coming in. Really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna do a walkthrough, like show you it one more time so you could see it. This is the 21 RBS. Really beautiful coach. Perfect for two. It's only 22 feet. And let me explain something to you. It's just one little step above an E-Pro. And actually, I'll show you when we go out because I have an E-Pro next to this one that I could show. But not super big, just right for two. Really lightweight. You can almost tow this with a 4Runner. You're only looking at 4,400 pounds. That might be pushing a little bit, but overall, really nice coach. It's like a rolling hotel room without the bed bugs and the nasty bed. You don't know who slept in it. Nice and clean. This is your own space. A lot less, a lot cheaper. You go out to a cabin, you go out to a hotel, that's 100% interest. You could buy one of these for a fraction of the cost, and at least you own it. It's clean, it's yours. So yeah, let's jump on to the outside so I can explain some of the construction, which is going to be key for you guys. Super nice. All right. So like I said, it does have a 14-foot awning, really good size awning. I can't put it out all the way because of the trailer next to it. Let's see how hot we're getting. It might shut off on me because my phone's starting to overheat. So really nice. Okay, so what's important about Flagstaff is they double layer the composite called Asdel. They use a different brand of composite on the inside, but basically it's a double layer of Asdel on the outside and the inside. And it's different than other companies because companies use Luan on the inside, which is it's like a wood material, and it starts to warp and bubble and stuff like that, especially if you're in a wet climate or something like that, and it won't form back. So once it gets wet, you're screwed. This is double layered Asdel pretty much on the outside and the inside, so that's huge. It's going to hold up a lot better than your standard trailer. This is where your griddle will hook on right here, and then there's a propane connection underneath. This will be dual axle, which is nice, with the Goodyear tires, not the cheap tires. It does come with the tire monitoring system. There's a sensor around the rim that will alert you if your tires are getting too hot or if one's low. It's a very good preventative measure to prevent blowouts, basically. And if you've had a blowout, you know how catastrophic they could be. So you will get that in this trailer. What else down here? These do have Torflex axles instead of leaf spring, so it's going to be a much better drive down the freeway. See how there's no leaf springs? So just a much better towing experience. Each one will flex, less bouncing around. You got nice frameless windows. So if you notice, there's no gasket on the outside. Those things tend to crack and deteriorate with the sun and heat we get out here. I mean, my iPhone can't even handle it. It's probably about to shut off on me right now. So imagine something that's sitting in the sun for decades. You got outdoor speakers, indoor speakers as well. They're Bluetooth. You got the LED lights, they're not on right now, those are really nice. You could put your TV out here, there's a little mount. And then let me show you the storage. The storage is fantastic. So nice big storage all the way past through. It's a little smaller on that side because I believe the water heater's right there. But look at all that nice treated wood. Companies don't do this. Nice treated wood, it's not splintering me, and all the aluminum framing underneath. You got all your cranks right here to do things manually. They're magnetic, which is cool. Here's a little sprayer that hooks on outside, and then you got your propane connection right here that will go into the griddle. So really nice storage, store plenty of stuff. I did say this has solar already, but you can plug in another one to daisy chain it to keep the batteries charged even more. The panel it has on now is sufficient. I haven't had anyone complain. You got the electric tongue jack. You can do it manually, so don't worry. Dual propane tanks, the bigger ones, and dual battery box. So let's walk around over here, make sure I didn't miss anything. You got the nice solid steps, just fold right in, super easy. They come down to the ground, so it's more stable. You got your spare tire. It does come with the receiver right here. It will hold 300 pounds, so you can put another bike rack or another cargo rack in the back for your generator or anything like that. Hot and cold water for that hose. And a ladder to get on the roof. This is key. Keep an eye out for that. I would want one. You got to inspect your roof every year, at least, to make sure there's no tears. Once you get a tear and you get a leak, your roof is screwed. So nice to have a ladder, get up there, check your solar, check your roof, make sure everything's good. It is wired for a backup camera. You could buy them. They range from $350 to $500 depending on the size of the screen you want. Here's all your connections right here for your utilities. Black tank flush, which is key. I'd want that. So you just put your water hose up to that, and what it'll do is there's jets in the tank that will spray everything around, make sure your tanks are completely clean. That's nice. Here's where your black tank and gray tank is. The black tank is the thicker one, just so you know, and the gray is the black is the thicker one and the gray is the thinner one. So when you drain your tanks, you'll do the black first and the gray second. Nice rack and pinion slide. Another thing to look out for, make sure it's not the cable slide. I think these are a lot better. And then you got some storage out here. I like the luggage latches. Really nice, magnetic. So this is right behind the couch, so you can get to this storage from inside and outside. There's your water heater, 6-gallon water heater, and then you got your potable water. So you fill this up until it starts bubbling, and then you know you're full. You got some nice docking lights in the front, nice LED lights. So yeah, really nice coach. One other thing I want you to do when you look around, this will freak you out, I promise you. Go do it, and you'll start to notice what price points kind of give you that quality. So push on the slides. You'll find some companies, I'm not even kidding, you could push the wall in on your slide. So look out for that. They're not all built the same. You get what you pay for, and let me tell you, you're gonna pay for it in the long run if you go super cheap. These things are rolling houses, and those roads, let's face it, we don't have the best roads. There's potholes, things like that. If you go super cheap, I promise you, you're gonna pay for it in the long run by fixing things that are damaged. And not only will you be paying with money, you're gonna be paying with time every year. So if you have trips planned a year in advance, and let's say something goes wrong, your dinette cracks because it's wood framed and not aluminum, it's in the shop, you miss your trip. So not only are you missing memories, you're wasting your time and money. It's just all of those things kind of accumulate based off the decision of going cheaper. So there is middle grounds. You know, you obviously have to pay for how much you're gonna use it. You gotta think, how much am I gonna use it each year? Is it worth paying this much versus this much? So I'm not telling you don't go more entry level. I still think there's a good place for entry level. You know, if you're just coming from a pop-up up, you graduate into a Catalina that we have. Those are really nice trailers to start with. And then, you know, you own a couple and you slowly work your way up to this, and then you get into one of these massive motorhomes someday. So don't think you have to go super fancy right off the bat, because there is a time when you got to kind of start small. You see what you like and don't like, and then you add those things later on your next trailer. So yeah, just my 2 cents. So let's go inside real quick. Put you down. Look at that. First time we got it done pretty much in one shot. I'm happy with that. I'm getting better. I hope it's coming through better. I'm stuttering a little less, I think. It's like my brain gets like spaghetti sometimes, and I'm like trying to talk and I get tongue twisted. So there's the 21 FBRS Flagstaff Microlite. So this is right after an E-Pro. Perfect size. If an E-Pro is too narrow, which is 7.5 feet, then you could bump up to this one, which is 8 feet wide. If you need a little more room than an E-Pro, which goes up to 21 feet, you could come to this one, which is 22 feet. So perfect transition if the E-Pro is just a little too small. I love this one. I think it's perfect. It's not too small, not too big. Like I said, it goes in E-Pro, Microlite, Superlite, and then you got your Classic. So we'll see. I'm going to do 2 more videos today. I'm actually going on a trip. My girlfriend has a big Instagram page for outdoors camping and stuff like that. So we got a trip to this teepee thing, and we just have to do some videos and stuff and kind of show off where we're staying, and we got a free trip there. So I'll post some pictures in a post so you can see it. It looks awesome. It's like this teepee thing that we're staying in. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do 2 videos and schedule them while I'm gone, because I won't have internet access. If you could like and subscribe, I want to come back to some more subscribers. I love it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.